Welcome, my name is Hannah, and in this video I'll be sharing about my adoption. When I was growing up, I really needed someone that is adopted too, so I could share my emotions, my thoughts, my worries with him or her, and also to not feel so lonely with my background. And because of that, I will probably not be the only one, and that's also why I want to share my story. So I was born in the Philippines, in Manila, and my biological mom, she gave birth to me, and she kept me for 1 week. And then after she gave me up for adoption, so I was an orphan. This is me in an orphanage, waiting for my new family. And after 9 months being in an orphanage, there was a family in Belgium that wanted to adopt me. So they came all the way from Belgium to pick me up, to adopt me, and to bring me home, my new home. They already adopted a child, and he became my older brother. So we were with two in the family, and both adopted from the same country. Being in Belgium and going to school was pretty challenging. In that time, I was the only Asian in my school, and the children were very confused. They were asking me a lot of questions, but it kind of like they could not really accept it, and I were very racism. They didn't want to sit next to me. They didn't want to play with me. Um, and even parents that told their child to not invite me for their birthday parties because I look different. Going through that when I was a child, it was fucked up because feeling and seeing that I'm not getting accepted um, and treated like an alien made me really questioning, like, what the hell am I doing here? Why am I even here? And because of that experience, I got very interested into my background at a very young age. I was 6 when I started to ask my mom questions, like, why am I different? Why am I not like the rest? And yeah, she told me that I'm adopted, that I have another mom in the Philippines that could not take care of me. And because they wanted to have children, that's why they came and adopted me. And she also told me that there is a file about my adoption that if I want to take a look in it, that it's there. But already knowing that I had a second mom, that story to hear that when I was 6 was already a lot, so I didn't really dive deeper into it. But knowing that didn't really change anything in school. Like they still kept on bullying me, and they started to ask me questions like if my parents are my real parents, and if my brother is my real brother. And to get that kind of questions was really pissing me off because for me they are. And I did not understand it when I was 6 that they are not my blood, but for me they are my family. And because of those questions, and because also being bullied by my looks did not really change anything, I got more interested in my background. So around the age of 10, I started to get very curious, and because they asked me so many questions and I could not give them the right answers back, I was like, damn it, I want to look into my files so I can give them answers back so that hopefully this shit will stop. So around 10, I looked into my file. I found like a little picture of a woman, and I was not sure if it was my mom, but there was like this feeling inside me that just made me copying that picture and saving it in my room. And I also found like papers with explanation why I got adopted, but because it was in English, I could not really understand it. I could only read that the name of my mom was Lina, and that she was 27 years old when she got me, and that I have an older sister, Catherine. And knowing that, it just gave me more questions. Like, oh, is my mom fine? Is she healthy? Where is she? How is my sister doing? Does my family know that I'm existing? So many questions, and I just could not have an answer to that, and it did not help me at all to give answers to the children and to not be bullied anymore. Adoption was always a very big thing when I was growing up, um, and I was almost every day busy with my adoption and with the questions that I had. And that's why I really had this need to talk with someone that is adopted too, to feel and to hear if they are having the same questions and feelings, and to kind of like having this confirmation that I'm not crazy and that this is all normal. And because I was so busy with adoption, my parents, they told me that maybe I can go to an organization to talk about my adoption. So they connected me with the organization that helped them to adopt me. So I went there and I talked about my adoption, how it made me feel, and all those things. And I told them when I was 11 or 12 that I really wanted to go to the Philippines to look into my file and to see if I can get some more answers. But they told me that I can only look into my file when I'm 18 in the Philippines. So it didn't really make sense to me to go already on my 12 to the Philippines if I cannot really look into my documents. That's where I kind of like told myself, okay, I will just wait until I'm 18, and then I can hopefully go to the Philippines and see if I can get some more answers. That was actually perfect because when I went to secondary school, it kind of like life threw me on such a different path, and a lot of other shit went on into a very wrong direction, and I just didn't have the space anymore to really think about my adoption because I was dealing with so many other things in secondary school. I remember when I turned 18 that um, this whole thing of adoption started to ramble again, and that I could go to the Philippines and to look into my file and get some answers. And from there on, my whole journey started to unfold, and I went to the same organization where I talked to when I was younger. They called FIAC. They're in Belgium. And I told them that I am ready, that I'm ready to go to the Philippines, and that I'm ready to search my biological mom and my sister, and that I am freaking ready to get the answers on all my questions. And from there on, everything unfolded. After that sharing to the organization, 1 year later, I traveled to the Philippines and I visited my orphanage and I got a lot of answers. And I'm very excited to sharing more about it, but I'm gonna keep that into another video. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know that this was beneficial for you, and then I'm very excited to share the rest of the journey. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening and to take the time. And if you have any questions about the things that I just shared, then please leave it in the comments and I will be very happy to answer all of them back. Yeah, I wish you a beautiful day and I hope to see you in my next video. Mwah.